Guys, congratulations on the show.
Thanks, you.
This small, very
the indie
show. One of the great things I love about the show is that there's a real physicality to it, not just what you're doing as actors, but the surroundings. How does that help you in your process that you're actually stepping into the world? Because it really is quite spectacular, the places that you're stepping into.
Helps a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely. And to be able to kind of, as an elf, I'm playing an elf, which is very exciting, but like to be able to actually be riding through a forest, I mean, that's the most closest to magic I've ever felt. So all of that stuff was really good as an actor and just as a person. It was so much fun.
And I think acting is a physical process, right? Like I can easily get caught up in how intellectual you can make things, but as soon as you put it in your body, everything becomes much easier and much more instinctive. Yeah. And with this huge physical world that we can play, it kind of does most of the work for you.
Yeah. I mean, did you know much about what it was before you guys auditioned? Because I know, particularly with something like this, there's a lot of secrets, and they probably tell you it's something when it's not, and everything else. What was the process for you guys when you first started? Did you know what it was before, or was it? Did you have to discover what it was?
I didn't know, and through the process of auditioning, I started to learn more and more. But still, when I went to New Zealand, all I knew was that it was set in the Second Age, which is thousands of years before the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah.
And I knew I was an elf, but I didn't know which elf.
I'm going to unfold
what
it was.
I think my first audition said, you've got an audition. Hi, Charlie, you've got an audition for Untitled Amazon Project, a.k.a. Lord of the Rings. So I think my agent had found out somehow. And maybe I wasn't supposed to know at the time. But I didn't, again, like Morfydd, I didn't know who I was going to play or what I was going to be doing. I was just like, I'll just be a part of it. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. It would look strange on the poster behind you if it just said Untitled Amazon Project.
Great, perfect.
I was sad to let that go. We said
nice.
that for 2 years.
UAP. Yeah.
Loved your performance in St. Maud.
Thank you.
And there's quite a lot of physicality to that as well. You as well.
I'm a big fan myself, actually.
It's a fantastic film if you've not seen it. And you've done a lot of physical stuff in that role, but the ice mountain scene and this and then everything else. Was this the most daunting stuff that you've done? Because a lot of it, again, you've done physically, but it's a big undertaking to do those couple of scenes that you do in the show.
I personally think I'm so kind of neurotic that whatever I'm doing, I'm terrified, which kind of meant I've well trained myself to be just stepping on set and feeling like I'm going to pass out. But there was just dangerous things that I was doing. And I was really grateful that we got a lot of time working with the stunt team before we actually got on. And you think, this stuff sounds like it's dangerous. And then you realise there's 5 people around you at any one time to catch you.
Coming by the set, because I was doing a workshop or something on the set, and I saw you on the ice wall, and you were 10 metres in the air climbing on the side of a cliff face. You were actually doing that.
Well, I was semi-doing it, and then there was Riley, the stunt guy, dragging me up as well, because our armour for that was like 15 kilograms, so it was very hard to climb, and there were most of us were being hoisted as well as climbing. But then there were 2 stunties at the bottom who were just climbing, basically carrying all this metal. No, but I loved the climbing. Amazing. That was the only skill that I'd done a bit of before. And it was very nice to have at least one thing that I was semi-competent at, because the rest of it was very daunting.
At least you know with the armour now, you know what it feels like to play like Batman or something.
Exactly.
So if it ever came along, you'd be ready. As a final question, there seems to be, I was talking to some of the other guys, great community with you all. You know, you're such a huge ensemble. You did it during COVID, which obviously was testing times. Anyway, have you made friends for life now? And are you looking forward to kind of going back and reconvening without any spoilers?
Yeah, definitely.
To do it again, friends for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think none of us, barely any of us have ever done a press tour. So I did all the St. Maud press in the middle of the night on a laptop in New Zealand. Yes. So this is the first time meeting people in the flesh and all that. And I feel very grateful that the first time I'm doing all this stuff is with a cast that I know very well. So it's a very particular, very singular experience that I know I'll never experience anything like it again. So the relationships are very, very tight.
Yeah.
Your WhatsApp group must have so many people at this junket, let alone...
Sometimes it does get silenced by most WhatsApp group. There's
Is
a
the
lot.
WhatsApp group called the Untitled Amazon Project?
I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah.
I think its name changes quite regularly.
It does. Whenever someone says something stupid, it's leapt upon.
That's the new
becomes
title.
meme.
Guys, I wish you all the best with the show. Thanks so much for your time. Pleasure.
Thank you,
very
Henry.
much.
so much.
Cheers, Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you guys!